Hello, everyone. Welcome to LindaZ. I am so excited to have you here and very thankful. You know what today is. So many of you are probably already eating your turkey and maybe watching this a couple days later, but I really wanted to put a video out for you. This video, I think, is important to really express my thanks, all of LindaZ's thanks for all those wonderful, loyal customers that have been out there for so long. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful and have had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are enjoying the season to come. What's happening in here today? Oh my goodness, look at this behind me. It is raining in here. It's raining deals. I mean, raining. I had to put this wonderful Kaffe umbrella up because these are going to be part of our Black Friday specials. I hope you're going to come and visit us. We have some great, great, great specials. I have a whole list. I don't know if I can go over all of them, but these umbrellas are going to be on special. This little tote bag, and I'm going to go over the notions later. I don't think we have too many of these left. So again, this is one day only. It's Black Friday, and it is really going to be a fabulous, fun, joyous time at LindaZ's because we do have great, great products. We have the new, well, we've had these for quite a while, the big bobbin holders for Bernina. We have needles. We have things that I'm going to go over in a minute, and I think everybody should have in their sewing box. Today, what I want to show you, and I hope if you don't have time to look at the whole video today, that you will sometime in the future, because I'm actually going to show you how to use a walking foot. This is something that we've had many customers ask us throughout the years, and I really want to show you the walking foot. It's quite similar. I have this beautiful new Bernina 770, which quite frankly is one of the Black Friday specials, so don't take advantage of it. Don't forget to come in and take advantage of it because you can't even imagine the pricing. I can't say it here. It's so low. The wonderful thing about a walking foot is that it fits on, these will fit on all of the Berninas. However, if you have a different brand of sewing machine, every single sewing machine manufacturer that we carry, which is everything, has at least a walking foot for every one of their machines, or at least most of their machines. This particular one, once I show you how to get it on, the others you will have to look at your directions to see. Some of them screw on, some of them snap on. This particular one has a little cone, and that's what's so great. You can see right here there's a little cone on the bottom of this machine, and that's where all of our feet snap on, our regular feet. But it's the same for the walking foot. It's that little cone that's going to go in there, and there's a little lever that you're going to push, and it's going to come down over it. So that's the actual walking foot. These are the quilting guides, and I think it's wonderful to see these because they are to the left and the right. And what's great about the quilting guides is that they are, they measure, you can put it on so you can measure exactly your seam allowance. I'm not going to use them today, but I am going to show you how to put it on. This particular little piece, I know we always get phone calls about this. It just goes on right here, and then it screws right into the little screw that's at the bottom, and then this holder goes in, and then this goes right through so that it's holding your quilting guide, either the left side or the right side. So I'm going to take that off because I really don't need that today. And then there are 3 different feet, and this is a 3-foot walking foot, if you want to call it that. And this is the regular sewing foot for the walking foot. I'll put that down here so you can see it. And put it right here so it won't slide off. This is your edge guide or your center guide, if you want to use it for that, for doing your edges and doing stitch in the ditch with a walking foot on it. And then this is your quilting guide. See how it's more open? So you can see it, and it's more open here too. That's what I'm going to use today because I'm going to do a very simple 1/4-inch piecing. You know, so many of us are quilting today, and our 1/4-inch piecing is really something we always want to line up, especially if you're doing flying geese or any kind of triangle. You definitely want to use If you haven't done a lot of it, you definitely want to use a walking foot. And I will tell you, I've done a lot of that, and I still put a walking foot on at various times. When I'm tired, when I'm talking to somebody else, when I'm watching something while I'm sewing, because then I don't even have to think. It just literally pushes it through. It's not always necessary, but it's really nice to have. So I'm going to get rid of these other two and these two guides. I'm going to put them over here. There is a spot right in the package for this this particular carrying case that I carry all my stuff in is for a, I put all of my 5mm machine feet in there. This machine that I have on here is a bigger, has a 9mm, and so it will fit in here too. It doesn't matter what, but I have a couple of these because I have a couple different machines, and I like a 5mm when I'm doing piecing, but it isn't always necessary. If I'm going to class, it's a little lighter machine, and I'll take it with me. This one is the 9mm, the 770, and it is just a honey of a machine, and most people use the 770 for quilting. So let's show you exactly how to do this. First of all, it's good to have your feed dogs down, and there is a, when you're starting to put up on see how I can push it over here? Now it's up. Now I put it down. So the feed dogs are all down there, and then you want your needle position in the highest position. Okay, so now I know I have it in the highest position. What I did there is I literally unthreaded my needle. You always want to hold that thread, but this has got an automatic needle threader, so I'll show you when we get ready to sew how easy it is to put back on. Then the other thing, so the needle, the feed dogs are down, and the needle is in its highest position. And do you know why we would do that? I mean, it's a little thing, and you know, you could still get it on, I guess, with, but you know, every time you touch metal onto a needle, you'll get a little burr, and you want to make sure that that doesn't touch it, and it doesn't definitely bend it. So look at this little cone down here, and you see, in order to get that, I have a knee lift lever on, and look at how it brings it up even higher. See how I did that? There, and bringing it up even higher. And then I can take that and put that on the cone, but before I do that, I want to take this little piece that goes over the needle threader, like this, and before I can raise it to what's even a higher position and click that little lever down. It's that simple. I'm going to do it again for you, and this time when I do it, I'm going to put this quilting foot on that's got a little bit bigger opening, and one of the directions, and that's something I want to show you. This quilting or this walking foot comes with a nice little box of all these pieces, but the great part is it comes with all the directions. And they don't tell you everything, but just about everything you need to get started. And that's why I like to do a demo like this, so I can show you in person a couple of little things for it. They do suggest you take this little screwdriver here and unscrew it 5 times, about 5 times. Now this is a little closer, and you can see this little black knob that's sticking out here is going that little hole right there. And then these 2 little black knobs that are right here, I'll get my hand out so you can see it, are going to go into these little holes right here. So it's quite easy when you see it. Now my hand might cover it up a little bit, but you can see I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to click those up there, and then what I have to do, once I get them into the spot, and they're in there, it's not quite into this one because there's a little screw on the side of the walking foot right here, and that's what I have to take, and it's going to be a little hard to do it at this angle to show you, but I have to take and now tighten that up so that the space, this little black knob is going to go into that opening. It's already started, and now it will tighten it up real good when I untightened it about 5 turns, and so you have to tighten it back up about 5 turns. And now you can see the walking foot is going to be in there. Here's the little top part. Here is the part that's going to go over this, what we call the needle threader knob, and that it's the needle bar, and it's right here. It's a round bar, and that's going to fit right in between this. We've had some people put it on top, and it still works. So you have to look at your own needle threader, your own walking foot, to see if it's supposed to go in between like this or if it's supposed to go on top of the needle bar. But usually you're going to see if it's something like this, it will go on actually on the needle bar. And again, this is the little indentation, the little funnel where it's like a little opening, that the metal part, and let me take my knee lift and bring that down again. See this funnel right, this little cone right here, and this is on. And what's so really wonderful about this particular, because all the Bernina feet, you see how they have the little cone here, and they have this little piece here, and this is where that angle goes over the foot. So again, the cone, and then the little angle that holds it. So there's no screwing or tightening it when you go to put the foot on. The only time you're going to use this little screwdriver is when you're going to take off or put on this extra plate, this extra foot. And again, this is only on the back when you're using the guidelines for the quilting, which I'm not going to use. If I'm doing a 1/4 inch, or an eighth of, a 5/8 inch seam or a 1/2 inch, I might, but on this particular one, I really don't need it. I threaded my needle again. It's got a really nice needle thread, and see how it brings it up real high. And now, watch how easy it is. I can bring that thread through. I'll just put it on top here, get rid of it, put my fabric underneath. Now, you will find that you will really get to know what your 1/4 inch, people like a scant quarter, they like a regular quarter. I like a regular quarter. My regular quarter on this particular foot, because I've checked it out, there's a little indentation on the foot, little line. And that's what I look at. I follow that line all the way down this edge. And now I know I'm going to get the right seam. And it's going to be perfect. It's not going to pucker or ripple or anything. I don't even have any clips on here. Sometimes if I have a lot of them, I'll use the little clips, but I'm not going to do that here because I know this walking foot is going to keep it perfectly straight. Another little tip that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to hold this on. If you look at this, there's a needle threader up and down on the top of this machine, and I don't know if they can see that. Maybe I'll move the camera a little. Another little tip is when you're starting out, you see this needle up and needle down lever? I'm going to go ahead and touch that right now, and I'm going to bring it down. And the reason I want to bring that down is I want to bring the fabric right up next to the needle right here. You see how I'm doing that? The needle is down in it. I'm starting the fabric right up next to the needle. Whenever you're starting, I know sometimes people use a starter fabric, and I do that too when I'm doing some chains, but this is really a very, very easy and quick technique. I don't have my straight stitch plate on. That means there's an opening of about, this wide. So you've got extra amount of movement in there for your straight stitch or your needle to move off center or off of the edge that you want it to be on. So by bringing that needle down and pulling that fabric right up next to it, you're going to start perfectly. You see how it didn't even hesitate. And again, I'm following this line. See my little screwdriver here. This little line right here on the foot. That's what I'm looking at. It as I'm watching that whole thing. I don't really watch down here or even up here. I just watch right here. I focus 100% just on that little line, and then I can go ahead and sew pretty fast once I really get the rhythm and make sure that that line is really following the edge of the fabric. And then I don't look to see what the stitch length or the stitch width is. I know that it's going to be a perfect stitch for me. And the other thing that I do that's really important now is that when you are finished with that, you are going to make sure that all your seams are done with this same procedure. And then you will have perfect 1/4 inch seams. And when you go to put your flying geese or triangles or corners or anything else together, you will never have to worry because all your seams are going to be perfect. I hope that's helping a little bit for you for technique on a walking foot. I am going to do another video in the next couple of weeks that is going to be showing you how to do some decorative threads with the walking foot. In fact, what I'll do is I have a patchwork purse that's just fabulous. It was made for Christmas, and it's a crazy patch. And if you haven't seen that, I think you'll enjoy it. So I will go ahead and show you some technique on that using the walking foot. Before we finish today, I want to show you some of these great notions that are really, really going to be a great, I think, stocking stuffer for you, from Santa to you, or to a friend. But stock up yourself. You can never have enough of these. I know this sounds crazy, but when I'm doing a lot of piecing, and look at all the threads here, you want to keep your machine in really good shape. And these little brushes are just, we've got the fluff ones too that are real good when it's really bad. I use the fluff ones a lot for my serger, and then I get this in to really get things out. Take care of your machine, go like this, get all that extra thread. This was brand new. I've only fluffed on this machine about 3 times, and already you can see I've got a lot of stuff out of it. So this will be, and they're $5 or something. They're really inexpensive. A lot of these notions will be on during Black Friday. This is one of my favorite. This is what I take when I go to class. This is a, I know it's kind of at an angle. We'll get a close-up where it's not so shiny for you. But it's it's like a tint. And we've made these before too, but I just think the fabric is Kaffe, and it's just so beautiful. It's going to be on sale for Black Friday. And again, these are only one-day sales. These are little things that I would never be without. This is a little tool turner that's got the little ball. You've seen some of my tile quilting designs. I couldn't do any of the pressing if I didn't have this. These little tiny clips, if you haven't invested in these yet, I would. They're just a great way for you to put your little tiny bindings on. I like a binding when I'm doing some of my wall hangings to be only 2 inches, and then by the time you get through with it, you're down to about a 1/2 inch or not even that. And so these little smaller clips really hold it really well without trying to get a pin in there and through all those thicknesses. This holds it perfectly. You've seen this stiletto when I've done things over and over, and I don't know if we have any left. If we do, the Kaffe is going to be on sale, but one of my very favorites is the Bianni because it does have a serrated edge, and you can see how it doesn't slip off. It just holds it. I would never be without these little thread clips, and if I can point, this is a little hook. I have one of these by every single one of my machines. And those of you that know me know I do have a lot of machines. I figure, I'm doing this, why not? I should enjoy what I've got. This is showing this to you a little bit closer. See the little ball? It's just and it's a great turner too. I think I've covered everything except the fact that I do hope you're going to come and visit us on that Black Friday. It's really going to be fun. Great, great prices on good machines and certain specialty floor models that are brand new, never been used, full warranty. You're going to have some great pricing. So thanks again for joining us. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and is really looking forward to a really joyful season. See you next week. Now we did a lot on there, but this walking foot will get attention, Nikki, because nobody shows that.